Welcome back to DS Trucks. We got the 23 450 high output 6.7 power stroke hooked up to the dump trailer. We got a little bit of a load in here, but bed full of stuff. What I love, 8-foot bed. This is why I love the 450. You get a 8-foot bed, super handy. You get the bigger brakes, front and rear. The rear calipers and pads and rotors and all that are the same diameter as the front. You get incredible braking. We just got a load of dirt here in the nose. You'd be surprised how heavy that is, though. And with the 450 compared to like a 350 or single rear wheel or anything like that, you got so much more capacity on your rear axle. Like if this was our 350 single rear wheel, we'd be squatting. But I'm gonna throw this tarp on here, and we got a new driver, and I am excited for you to meet him. Let me hook up this tarp and see you on the inside. And just like that, we're back in the truck. My homie Jack's driving. He usually pulls the enclosed trailer with the 350, also the dump trailer with the 350. But he's gonna tell us his thoughts with the high output 6.7.
Oh yeah, no, at least compared to the 7.3, I mean, I'd say the biggest difference off the bat is easily just the torque. You know, it's just a much more confident vehicle when you're pulling really anything. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're essentially like the same truck besides dually and the suspension, right? Is that false?
Are you talking about the 7.3 gas
Like,
single rear wheel?
Like in terms of the powertrain. Like the power, so I mean, okay, obviously the powertrain is different, but if you were to get like a 6.7 F350 versus a 7.3 F350, like this is a pretty fair comparison in terms of like, if this was like a 7.3 versus.
It's kind of fair if you want to compare how the engine feels, as far as the power to move the weight.
Like this is probably pretty similar to a 6.7 F350.
It's similar to a 6.7 F350 dually.
Dually, yeah, that's probably the best.
But it's not super comparable
to the 350 that we have right now.
To a single rear wheel.
Or that, yeah, that makes sense.
But it's a good comparison for the weight, because the 7.3 in that particular truck that we have is geared to a 430 rear gear ratio, which is the same as what we have in this truck. And that's not always what you get if you wanted to compare the power to acceleration. Most of the time you're not going to have the same rear axle, so you're not really comparing apples to apples as far as power and drivability.
Yeah.
Whereas in our case, both are 430 rear gear. The 7.3 single rear wheel was ordered with a 430 ratio, and the 6.7 450 only is available in a 430 gear ratio. So the engines, you can really get a good feel for the differences. Whereas if you had like a 6.7 in a different ratio, you know, you got more mechanical advantage, more or less, depending on which way it was going.
No, that makes sense. But even just driving this like without a trailer versus the 350 without a trailer, I still think this is just a much better experience in terms of just the way the acceleration is. I don't know, it's just more exciting. It feels more confident. The 350, it's just like, I don't want to say it's like lackluster. It's probably more truck for the average person than they could ever need. But I don't know. I like that this thing kind of throws you a little bit back in your seat when you hit it, even when you don't have the trailer on it.
Yeah, and that's the interesting point about this truck, is that's where the ratios really hurt you, because if this had a less aggressive ratio, you'd be faster, and it would feel faster and put you in your seat quicker, because you just have so much torque. Driving this truck is like it's like if you were riding a bicycle and you had just the strongest, juiciest legs ever, but you never shifted the gears.
Right.
And your feet are just going fast. You can't accelerate. You'd be much more effective shifting to a different ratio, like a 3.55 rear diff, to really feel that torque. So it's still pretty enjoyable, being that you have 1,200 foot-pounds.
It just feels smooth. Like, it just feels like smoother.
Yeah.
Like buttery. It just feels buttery when you're accelerating versus in the 350. Like, you can hear that engine working.
Yeah. Well, this engine, being a diesel, it revs lower.
Yeah.
So it would benefit you as far as just straight line pulling with no trailer and feeling that torque. You'd feel that more with like a single rear wheel 350 or a 250, it will drive more race car like than this. But this is still quick for what it is. It's just not, you know, it's not as shocking as like if this same configuration engine, 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. Our RPMs, we're a low RPM engine. We're running a low RPM engine with a high RPM rear gear. So it's great for towing. Like, how does that trailer feel?
Oh, I can barely feel it. Like when I'm using the 350, and honestly, that's another thing too, is the suspension on this. That's one thing. Like, it's definitely a little bit jarring when you're going over bumps, but this thing barely squats versus like the 350. It's squatting hardcore. Like the front end's just poked up, and you can definitely feel it when you're driving too. But no, I can barely, like when I'm going in a straight line, I can barely feel like the trailer's even there.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I know exactly what you mean, but at the end of the day, the 350 kind of does all the same stuff. It's just more dramatic and more.
Does, yeah.
You just got to be like almost more focused. If that make any more sense, or any type of sense.
It just feel like in the 350, everything feels more intense, but this like everything feels a lot like more effortless. So to speak.
Yeah, this truck has a level of confidence that the 350 doesn't have.
Yeah. But that's also just understanding. I mean, obviously this is a more expensive truck. This is a heavier duty package, so that's to be expected.
But tell us about your new channel. Like, you just started this JP
Motors. Yeah, JP Motors. Names because my name is Jack. P because it's my middle name, Paul, and then Motors. Like, so I got a Kawasaki Ninja 500, and if you're into motorcycles, I'm sure you've maybe seen, there's a lot of these new people. They get a new motorcycle and then they think they're a moto vlogger all of a sudden. But I want to kind of differentiate myself on there. I want to just kind of broaden the scope. Starting off with motorcycles, but I'd love to put some more stuff on there. But JP Motors, if you want to check it out, just posted my first video about a week ago, and like, comment, and subscribe.
Freaking 500 views already. It's pretty insane.
I know. I was surprised about that. I was truly surprised about that. But yeah, I mean, now that we're in summer, just trying to take advantage of it. Like, we got a biker right there too. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the truck, I mean, I know for the longest you were saying, dude, I like the 350 better.
I did like the 350 better, but that was partially just because it felt more like for the jobs that we're doing. This to me feels like an S class. Like this, like I don't want to dirty this thing up. I don't want to mess anything up. Nor do I want to mess anything up in the 350. But it just seems like the 350, since it's I think it's like a 2022. It's pretty like a new refresh. Like the interior to me just seems like it's kind of built to take more of a beating. This is probably fine too, but it's a little bit more premium in here versus the 350. It feels a little bit more worker like. But I also I don't know, I didn't get enough time behind the wheel in this thing, especially not without a trailer on it. But after driving it without the trailer on it and really feeling like the truck purely by itself, I do think it's a much better experience overall. I like it a lot better now.
Yeah, I mean, the turn
radius, that's big too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the turn radius is insane. When you're in a tight parking lot and after being in a tight parking lot in both of these trucks, I notice it more being in the 350. Like I hop back in the 350 and I'm like, dang, this thing can't turn with this. Like you hop in here and it feels very familiar. It's easy to get used to.
So with this truck, would it be sick if we had another one, even if it was an 18 or a 19, kind of the old body style, or a 20?
I mean, that's what I was kind of looking at. Like that's kind of like my goal for maybe like in the fall, is to get maybe like a 2017 450 or something like that. Like just fine when used.
Yeah. This is like a weird truck, like an Easter egg type of a truck. If people don't know what it is, it's really like an RV puller. I think that's the market it was originally geared to. Is like it's giving you some of these heavy duty features, but for the older guys that want to pull an RV and get some big brakes,
this would be kind of comfortable.
What I think it's morphing into is this like premium contractor truck, but I don't know if that was the original goal of this truck, to be like
trying to compete a little bit more with the Rams, because I know the Rams are kind of crazy with the
Oh, compete with the Rams. Listen,
I mean, I used to be a big Ram fanboy, but after getting more experience with these trucks,
dude, Rams not competing, homie.
No, it seems like they're falling behind a little bit.
They are.
Yeah, it definitely seems like these are probably your top choice.
Everyone, if the big three could take note, every one of them should make a 450 model. It's such a good idea. You've got the bigger brakes. You're using off-the-shelf stuff. You're using off-the-shelf rims that everyone's got access to. Off-the-shelf tires that everyone's got access to. All you're doing is using off-the-shelf front axle, and you're able to have that wide track front axle. Okay. There's a Dodge truck right there. It's got a wide track on it. But why don't they just put it on their dually that you could get as a, you know what I'm saying?
Less like commercial vehicle.
Yeah. That wide track front axle, sweet. That's how you sell units.
No, yeah, that'd be sick. Because I think they only go up to like a 3,500. They could probably do some crazier stuff.
You think you can back it up from here?
I don't know. I mean, all these other trucks are kind of in my way.
That boundary side on my right is not the best situation.
No, not at all.
You can back all the way out of here and then blindside it.
I mean, I think it might be better just to back all the way out of here and back all the way back in.
You think so?
Yeah.
Take a chance. Columbus did.
Yeah, just because all these trucks I'm not really trying to mess with. Don't get me wrong, we got that good turn radius, but...
Yeah. Dude,
I don't think you've gotten me
I did that to Donna the other day, and she smacked me right in the head. I was laughing so hard.
That's pretty good.
The turn radius can't bust a U-turn out in this parking lot. We could demonstrate that.
With the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, it'll spin it right around.
You think if I like hug the left?
Well, you have to get it to a spot where there's no cars.
Oh.
I don't know if that...
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Okay. Honestly, yeah, I'll give that a try.
I don't know if that... I mean, right...
These Warner trucks.
Yeah, if this thing can bust this U-turn out, that would be so fire. Yeah, like, it might be room.
There might be room right here if I just...
If you can tuck the rear of that trailer. So, like, is there room? I mean, maybe. You get real close to that Warner truck. Yeah, I think maybe. If you go all the way that way and just barely touch
that dumpster.
I don't know. If you get real close to that Warner truck and bang it real hard, we'll see. Like, get real as far as you can that way, yeah, without hitting that metal thing. And we'll see if this thing can bang it out. I mean, you gotta swing it and just come up behind that Warner truck and then just miss it and just give it everything you got.
Just want to make sure there's nothing in front of me.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the shit I don't think you get on the Garand. I don't know. Maybe you do.
And then just miss it and give it everything you got. Everything.
Come on, here we go.
I think you're gonna hit that, dude.
You think so?
I don't know. Are you gonna hit it? Give it everything you got and see if you'll miss it. Are you gonna miss it?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna hit that.
Oh. All right, and just see if it'll make it. All right, the turning radius. We're gonna look out the sun.
That's pretty good.
And then look how like that trailer just spinning around behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's pretty deep. Like, I don't think
you cannot do that with these other
truck like
yeah,
that.
no, you can't do that with these other trucks. But you get all this other stuff. You get the full loaded, leather interior, all that. Why are you looking out the back window?
Just because I don't have the backup camera.
Man, you better use those mirrors.
No, I use the mirrors. I just like...
You did get a little wild with that backing up.
A little bit squirrely.
Yeah. Watch that blue car. Don't get over there.
The blue one? To the left of me?
Yeah.
You don't know. I see it. I got space.
Okay. Because you don't want to hit him while he's looking at you.
Right.
Like that lady. Remember I hit that lady? She wasn't looking. It worked out.
Right. Yeah, no. 100%.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
That was crazy. She was cool, though. She seemed like she didn't really care. I just want to make sure I'm not going to hit Mike because he's going all over the place.
There you go. A little something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So do you like the truck?
Oh, I mean, I love this truck.
For a contractor, is a 450 a good move or what?
It's probably a little bit overkill, depending on what you're doing. Like, I'm sure there's probably some people that would genuinely need a truck this big, but I mean, this is easily the coolest truck I've ever driven. And I mean, I've driven a Ram TRX. And that thing was sweet, but I think I have a little bit more respect for this. I'm not gonna lie.
So if you had to get a TRX or a 450, what would you get?
I mean, the 450 is just gonna be more practical.
Yeah.
I would definitely, yeah, I'd have to choose the 450.
All right, well, you heard it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this door and check him out, JP Motorsports.
Yes, sir.
With an S, Motorsports?
No. It's JP Motors. Just JP space Motors. That's it.
JP space Motors. Check him out. Over now.